Fire there and Boogie Wonderland. Now, a new survey by One Big Switch has shown that women sacrifice most when it comes to paying energy bills. We're joined now on the line by Sarah Ryan, Director of Campaigns to One Big Switch. Sarah, you're very welcome to Kildare Focus.
Thanks for having me.
I have to say that the proportion of women who are making sacrifices in order to ensure that the money is there for energy bills is somewhat higher than one might have imagined, Sarah.
Absolutely. We were quite surprised by the findings and we've been discussing them amongst ourselves, trying to make sense of why that might be. Obviously, across the board, people surveyed, expressed different levels of stress and anxiety when it came to energy bills. But one of the subsequent questions asked about sacrifices and what people were doing. And, a good 11% more women than men were inclined to make sacrifices, including sitting in a cold house, etc., in order to make those bills lower, but much less inclined than a man to actually do something about it. So what we found was that men were, who were anxious or who were worried about their energy bills were likely to go out, switch, shop around for a better deal, etc. But women were more inclined to sit in a cold house than they were to actually go out and try and get a better offer.
That paints a somewhat concerning picture. So in essence, if we're to go by the indications of the survey, women are happier to have to make a sacrifice rather than to do something that could save them money in terms of energy bills.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, I suppose, and subsequently in the survey, we did ask about what kind of reforms people would like to see, and overwhelmingly across both genders, what people wanted to see the government do was legislate so that bills would be simpler. And, I think anybody listening will understand that and appreciate that the bills can be quite complex. There's not a lot of transparency around, get-out clauses and breaks in service if you were to switch, etc. And I think that, what people need is a bill that they understand better and perhaps, what a lot of people who don't make any attempts to get their bill down are finding is that they're a bit intimidated by the bill. And, simplifying those bills is something that's been done in other countries. It's easy to legislate for, and it's something, obviously, that people are really asking for through the survey.
Now, in terms of this survey, it was carried out over the course of the last 2 weeks from the over 10,000 people who've joined the Big Energy Switch campaign, so it is a fairly representative survey. Sarah, what prompted you to break this down on gender lines? Because it is an interesting tack.
Yeah, obviously, we're a consumer network and we do different types of campaigns, and this one particularly is around energy. And we look for, we ask people questions about their habits. We look for pain points. We look for different, for different things. We ran a campaign in health insurance last year, and what we found with health insurance that gender yielded quite interesting results when it came to what people were saying. And so we didn't expect that women would be so different to men when it came to sacrifices, but when we ran the data, it was obviously something, that stood out, and something that we really observed quite quickly was that women were, like I said, more inclined to sit in a cold house and worry and stress about the bills, but less inclined to do something about it, unfortunately.
Now, speaking about those bills, there's a deadline for your most recent campaign is looming April 17th. Tell us more, Sarah.
So we ran a campaign, an energy campaign last year as well, and we were just inundated with people asking us to run another energy campaign because they'd missed out on the last one. What we're doing is we're at 11,000 now. We're trying to get 25,000 people to sign up, and I'm approaching providers as we speak and saying I've got a bulk of customers here who are looking for a better deal on their energy and trying to basically unlock a better deal for those members. So it's free to sign up. Effectively, all people are doing is registering at onebigswitch.ie and putting their own personal buying power behind this campaign. And hopefully after the 17th of April, I'll be able to email them out an offer which they can take or leave. There's no obligation. But basically what we're looking to unlock is the cheapest dual fuel deal in Ireland. So to force the hand of one of the providers to say basically 25,000 people or more want a better deal, are looking for a better deal, and what can you do for them? And hopefully, really shake up the market. We did it last year. We got a very, very good deal. We got other providers to kind of drop their prices as well. But the more people that sign up, obviously, the better my bargaining power is when I go into those meetings.
Sarah Ryan, Director of Campaigns at One Big Switch. Thanks so much.